Good evening. Welcome to Healing a Broken Soul. Tonight's topic is don't be afraid, just believe. So on yesterday when I was at church and we were reading the scripture and Pastor talked about it ain't over till God says it's over. But anyway, as we were reading the scripture and we got to this part, I didn't write it down, but anyway, it said don't be afraid, just believe. And something went ding. That's going to be a topic for tonight. I think that fear holds us back from so much in our life because we have this overwhelming feeling that we're going to fail. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough education. Just so many things that cause fear in our mind. Sometimes it's something that you've seen other people fail and you go, oh, well, if they didn't do it, I can't do it either. But you have to remove that fear from your mind and believe that you can, because you can. There's nothing that says that you can't do anything. You have to believe in yourself. Don't be afraid, just believe. So I thought about, it's the holiday season, and most children, or as parents, we teach our children to believe in Santa. Some people do, some people don't. And it's the fact that the child believed that on Christmas morning, Santa came. Not only did Santa show up, he brought the very thing that I asked for. Now, of course, as you get older and those things that you asked for didn't appear, you kind of like, wait a minute, I didn't ask Santa to bring me some socks and a hat and some underwear. What's wrong with Santa? But you believed what your parents told you. You believed that because this is what they said, this is what's going to happen. So just, as children, we have a tendency to believe anything anybody tells because you're a child. So it starts to create that belief system, and you don't fear anything, you just do it. I know when I was younger, I'm like, fear? I ride roller coasters, I would, don't dare me to do it and most of the time I still do it because I'm competitive, but that's a whole nother story. But you have to believe in yourself. So it's just like the tooth fairy. Children believe if I put this tooth under my pillow in the morning, there's going to be some money under the pillow. And I'll tell you a story about my son. I forgot, as parents, you forget to put the money, and you have so much going on, and it's like, put the money on the pillow. And the next morning he was like, Mommy, my tooth is still under my pillow, but there's no money. And I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put the money. But the point is, he believed, he knew that money was supposed to be under the pillow. Of course, the next morning, the money was under the pillow because my child believed. So I got to make what he believes because as he grows older, he's going to remember, well, I believed in this and it happened. I believed in that, it happened. If you believe in yourself, then these things come to pass. For a long time, I know I believed in the tooth fairy. I was younger, but still, until that one particular night, when my grandma put her hand under that pillow, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Then I knew, okay, well, there's no such thing as a tooth fairy. But for all those years, I was excited because I believed it was going to happen. It was going to happen. So the same thing with you. You can't be afraid of anything. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to take, just find that innermost being in yourself and believe in you. Believe in what that thing that you've been drawn to do. Something inside of you is drawing you to this place, to this thing, to do this thing. Don't get caught up in what the world says. The world's going to tell you a lot of things and you don't want to do it. Trust me. The world tells you got to get a job. The world tells you, you got to learn how to drive, or you got to learn how to speak English correctly. The world tell you a lot that's not literally what you need to do. Those things on the inside of you, that's what you need to do. And we get held back for so long. Remember, think back to when you were a child And that thing that you really wanted to do, and I'm not talking about the things that you only knew as a child when people said you should be a doctor or a lawyer or, those things we only knew existed. 'Cause at the time we didn't think about other things. There was doctor, lawyer, nurse, teacher. That's all we knew. I didn't know about other things that existed in the world. I didn't know I could take my craft and use my craft and become, it could become a business or a side hustle or whatever. I didn't know, even at the time before I went to mortuary school, I didn't know I could go to mortuary school. I didn't know I could own my own business. Nobody pushed me to do those things, But now that I know better, what's holding me back? What's holding me back is fear, the fear of failure, the fear of somebody else is doing it. I heard a video on Facebook yesterday that it just hit me right here. And as a matter of fact, it was the lady that sold $1 million worth of product for her eye makeup called Crayons in a Box or something like that, when she did the Black Friday sale and she made the $1 million. Anyway, I ran across a video and she was talking about the competition that's out there. And she said, you do it your way. That person does it their way. Somebody always needs a pair of shoes. Someone always needs makeup. Someone always needs, I'll just say gift baskets because I don't remember everything verbatim. But the point was competition. There's a Burger King. There's a Wendy's. There's a Popeyes. There's a KFC. There's a McDonald's. There's a Backyard Burger. In other words, competition. But everybody is making money. Don't let anything hold you back from being afraid, and we do that. We sit down and we go, but this person is selling gift baskets, or this person is doing IT, or this person is a life coach, I ain't no point in me doing it. Let me just stick with my job. But why? That's not what you want to do. You get up every morning going, I don't want to do this. When you feel like that, when you feel drained, unappreciated, when you wake up in the morning and go, it's got to be more to life than this. Think about those fears that keep holding you back, and life goes on. If you're still alive, you have a plan and purpose for your life. Life continues. But then one day you get older and you go, man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Well, it's too late then. You can't let the fear hold you back. Turn it around. Every time fear comes into your mind, cancel it out. There was one thing that I learned when I went to a New Thought church in Atlanta called Hillside. And Dr. Barber would always talk about positive things and affirmation and canceling the negative thoughts out. When the negative thought first crosses your mind, cancel it out. Because negative thoughts have you bound and depressed, and you start feeling like there's no point. I can't do this. Never mind. I'll do it tomorrow. Sometimes tomorrow doesn't come. Literally think about people who have gotten up to get ready to go wherever they were going, and in a split second, their life is ended. Then there's nothing you can do about it. Don't be afraid. Don't let that fear settle in you where you don't do anything, where you just do what the world tells you to do constantly. Tradition. I had that moment yesterday. I was so agitated when I went to church yesterday, and I was like, God, what is wrong? Why am I so agitated? Normally I'm, praise and worship, and I'm into da-da-da. But yesterday, I just wasn't feeling it. Well, it finally dawned on me. You know why? Because this is not where you belong. You have grown from this place, and don't let the fear of tradition keep you somewhere where you won't grow. So that thing stood out to me. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Believe in yourself. Push yourself to the sky. There's no limit. When you think about it, there is no limit. Millionaire, billionaire, 6, 7, 8 figures, multiple streams of income, Alice, multiple incomes. That's right. And that's the one thing that, we should all think about. You want to have multiple streams of income. There's nothing holding you back from having, but you That's the only thing that's holding you back. Fear and you, but you created the fear. Either you created the fear or something that happened in your past created the fear. And I know for me, several things have caused me to fear. But you have to get into a place where you sit down and you come to yourself, you meditate, you journal, you find positive things on YouTube to listen to, find a mentor, find a life coach, somebody that pushes you to that place that's, like I said, that's deep inside you where it can come out and you can be that person. Like I was saying earlier, take out a piece of paper and remind yourself of the things that you wanted to do when you were younger. And then as you grew old, and sometimes people still want to do those things that they didn't accomplish in their life when they were younger. It's something in you that you want to do. And that fear just keeps you from doing anything. And we get stuck. It's like being in a time warp. You get stuck in there doing the same thing over and okay. It's like the donut commercial. Time to make the donuts, and that's what you do. You're constantly making the donuts, but you're not getting anywhere because you're making the donuts every day. I don't know anything else besides making donuts. We get up at 5:30 and we make the donuts. But what's holding you back? What's keeping you from multiple streams of income? What's keeping you from pursuing a career in IT? What's keeping you from going back to school? What's keeping you from getting married or having children or getting out of a marriage, getting out of a relationship, moving to another state? Fear. Nothing but fear. Don't say finances, because that's the number one thing people, I don't have no money. Guess what? I just told you multiple streams of income. There are 20 million different ways to have a side hustle to make money on the side. And we all have the thing in here to do it. You have it up here to do it. Sometimes you have it and don't even realize, until somebody asks you something, you go, oh, you just do blah, blah. And I do it all the time. I'm always on one of my craft groups on Facebook, and somebody will say, well, I want to put let's just say an applique on a hat. And I'm sitting there going, Google it. It's on Amazon. But I've done the research, and I got to realize there's people out there that don't know. You can have a consulting business. But I'm sitting back going, I Google stuff, but I do it and don't realize I'm doing something that could make money for me on the side. We do it all the time, and we just, quit putting yourself down. You weren't meant to live like that. Trust me. When you wake up every morning and go, there's more to life than this, then there's more to life than this. Don't settle. Don't settle. Just remind yourself that don't be afraid of the fear, because fear, I promise you, this 2018 is almost over. Think about the things you could have accomplished, from the beginning until the end of 2018. You're talking about 12 months. We say what we're going to do, and we don't do it. Just like me and my Facebook, going live on my Facebook page. Well, this Healing a Broken Soul. I was like months. Matter of fact, I wrote it in my journal around March maybe. And I happened to flip back and went, what is this? Oh, God. And I didn't do it until a few months ago. I'm like, but I'd already written it down. Of course, it manifested itself because I had written it down. But the point is, I could have already done it. We say things and we don't follow through, and then you waddle in your self-pity because, you want people to feel sorry for you. Guess what? People don't always feel sorry for you. Somebody told me that one day, and I felt even worse. They were like, people don't care if you cry. And I was like, don't nobody care but they really don't. I mean, you have friends, you have true friends who really have your back. But honestly, people be like, I got my own problems. So, and it's not saying that to say I'm being negative toward you or anything. I'm saying that so you can push yourself. Push yourself. Fly off the edge. Don't jump off the edge. There's more to life out there than waddling in self-pity, than being in this place of fear. being in this place of going to a 9 to 5 every day, being in this place of, just, it's unnecessary. That's what it is. And when I think about it, I think to myself, you know what? Geez, I could have did this a long time ago. Even with the Facebook page. At first I was like, nobody gonna watch my live. Oh, I got 1 or 2 people watching. I don't have a platform. But what I found out is people will go back and watch people I don't even know are watching. And I'm like, oh, you watch me on Facebook? And people go, you're very inspirational. Oh, okay. So don't let their fear hold you back from anything. Write the book. I wrote the book. It'll be published, trust and believe. It might take a minute, but I wrote the book. Hopefully another book will come after that. Or, I want a journal to go with the book. Or so many things that I want to do and I will accomplish in my lifetime. I've told myself I'll accomplish these things. So, don't be afraid. Just believe. Don't let that fear hold you back. Even when you see a job, because some people don't want the businesses and some people don't want to go out and do things, self-employed. Some people enjoy working for other people. But if you see that job that you really, really want, you got your eye on that job and go, oh, but I don't have the education. You don't need education. You need to believe in yourself. Don't worry about these people know people. That's how they get jobs. Believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, God, there I go thinking about the Wiz, but it's the truth. You have to believe in yourself like I believe in you. I have to go there because y'all know my personality, but I feel like Lena Horne. Oh, yeah. Oh, just believe in yourself. Hey, turn it on. Believe it. Pump up the music. Whatever you have to do to push yourself. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Take out a piece of paper. Write it down. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much for watching me, for believing in me. Because you guys really push me to do this. Because most of the time I'm like, I don't want to go live. And then something inside me goes, but you got to go live because you never know who's watching you. You never know who you're going to push. You never know. Just by one word, you might save somebody's life. So believe in yourself. Don't be afraid. Just do it like a commercial says. And remember, with God, all things are possible. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead, and we'll see you next Monday. Have a good night.